for young journalists, I would say that the thing that I've learned all these years as a journalist is that it always comes down to a personal story, and that storytelling is the way that we cut through all the noise. It's very hard in this day and age to get anyone's attention because there's so much information coming at us. But if you can find a story in any situation that you're covering, you're going to find an interesting way to connect your listeners, your readers, your followers to that issue.
In short, I think that generative AI, all of these technologies, there should be an incredible amount of awareness for journalism students, for journalists, understanding the power and the limitations of these tools, understanding how it fits into their potential futures in this industry and how it will work in this industry is going to be incredibly important. Technology is a critical part of how people get information, how news is distributed to people, and any journalist worth their salt needs to understand that in order to ensure that they will be able to be part of the future for journalism.
What I'd say to today's emerging journalists that are coming through school, that you grew up with phones. You grew up with the iPhone in your hand. You are first language users of this digital space. So it may seem very natural for it to run into, well, I just looked it up and the AI gave me all this information. But, having the discipline to say, no, real journalism, I need to see for myself. It's like a relationship. You can read about people, but until you meet people face to face, then you really get a sense. We heard that at another panel where until you go to that country, you can read about it on the internet, you can see digital videos, but when you're in that place, you smell, you hear, you touch, you taste that place, and you really understand. That only comes through engagement. So journalists cannot get away from engagement, the people-to-people engagement. And so I would encourage young journalists to do what you all are doing now, and engaging with people.
Being in this conference wasn't just about learning journalism and media, it's about hearing each other's perspective from the top renowned journalists and people all over the world. It's really interesting because, these people who I've never even heard of have achieved so many things, and now I know who they are and will remain as an inspiration to me throughout the future.
Learn how to interview and to not be afraid of going up to random strangers and asking questions. Always be skeptical, but translate that skepticism not into cynicism, but into just always seeking the truth, and have fun. Journalism is fun. You don't do it for the money, but you do it for just the thrill of the process and telling stories that other people will never have a chance to know in their daily lives, and uncovering and holding those to a power to account.